To begin my lesson over the trimesters of pregnancy, I asked my class to break into pairs and begin looking at the trimester books in front of them. I then asked them to look at the QR codes that were in the back of their book and explained that it would lead them to videos that correspond with the fill in the blanks. Lastly, I told them to scan the code and watch the video with their partners and fill in as many blanks as they could. Then we will go over the entire book as a class. Okay, would someone read the I will, we will statements for me?
We will learn about the different trimesters of pregnancy. I will complete my trimester book by filling in the missing blanks.
Awesome, thank you. Does anyone know how many trimesters there are in pregnancy?
3.
No. There's 9 months, 0 to 9 months, but it's broke down into trimesters. So like 0 to 3 months is first trimester, and then so on. So trimester, you're responsible for filling in the blanks, and then at the end we're gonna have a review board. So I'll pass out these cards, and you have to put them in place basically. Okay. So, who's like really good and confident about reading in front of class? Okay. Who wants to start the first trimester by reading it? Yeah.
I will.
Okay. You can just say blank wherever you want.
Okay. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce these words.
What is it?
Wait, are we in these?
Yeah, so that's zygote, blastocyst, blank, and then just keep going until you get to the QR code.
Okay. Zygote, blastocyst, blank. The heart begins beating and pumps blood through the arteries. At the end of this month, the embryo is half an inch long and weighs less than an ounce.
Keep going until you get to the QR code.
Okay.
Thank you.
The blank and stomach begin to work. The brain directs the embryo's movements. Fingers and toes begin to develop. At the end of this month, the embryo is 1 inch long and weighs 1/3 of an ounce. The embryo is now considered a blank. From now until birth, the baby is medically known as a fetus. The baby's kidneys are working. The baby can open and close its mouth and swallow. All parts of the baby's body are blank by the end of this month. The baby is 4 inches long and weighs 1 ounce.
Okay, so that's everything the baby's capable of just doing in the first trimester, okay? So now get your mobile device out or whatever you want to scan the QR code with. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes to watch the video and try to fill in as many blanks as you can. Okay. So, did anyone find anything interesting about the videos?
Your baby was the size of a tadpole.
Yeah. Did y'all get most of the blanks filled in?
Yeah. We just don't, the month 2, the first blank we didn't get.
Okay. So we'll go over them just in case. So in the first month, it begins as a zygote, then changes to a blastocyst, then lastly an embryo. So that should be your first blank. The heart begins beating and pumps blood through the arteries. At the end of the first month, the embryo is 1.5 inches long and weighs less than an ounce. And then the second month, the liver and stomach begin to work. And then the brain directs baby's movements. Fingers and toes develop. At the end of the month, the embryo is 1 inch and weighs 1/3 of an ounce. The third month, the baby is now considered a fetus. And from here on out, it's like the medical term. It's called fetus, but you can call it a baby if you want. The kidneys are working. Fetus can open and close mouth and swallow. All parts of the fetus's body are formed by the end of this month. But if you put visible, I know that said it in the video. It's fine. And then the fetus is 4 inches long and weighs 1 ounce. So did everyone get the ones?
No, what's this one?
Okay.
The stomach.
The liver and stomach. Okay, do I have any volunteers to read the second trimester? Okay.
The baby's heart beats strong. The baby blank and wakes. Airways develop but are not in use. The blank is formed. At the end of this month, the fetus is 6 to 7 inches long and weighs 5 ounces. Eyelashes and eyebrows are visible. Silky body hairs and a waxy coating protects the fetus skin from its blank surroundings. The baby can open and close its eyes. The baby can hear sounds. The baby can blank, blank, blank. At the end of this month, the baby is around 12 to 14 inches long and weighs 1.5 pounds.
Awesome. Here I allow for my students to scan their second QR code so they can watch their video over the second trimester. So did y'all learn anything new or interesting about the second trimester?
The fact that the baby does somersaults.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Okay, did y'all get any blanks?
Only a few.
Only a few? Okay, we'll go over them. Alright, so in the 4th month, the heartbeat is strong. The baby sleeps and wakes. Airways develop but are not in use. The placenta is formed.
How do you spell that?
Placenta. The fetus is 6 to 7 inches long and weighs 5 ounces. 5th month, the eyelashes and eyebrows are visible. Silky body hair and waxy coating protect the fetus's skin from its watery surroundings. And then the 6th month, the fetus can open and close its eyes. The fetus can hear sounds. This is the 3 fill in the blank. The fetus can suck its thumb. And then at the end of the month, the fetus is around 12 to 14 inches long and weighs half a pound. Okay. So do we have someone who wants to read the 3rd trimester?
The baby's blank nervous system and lungs have become more mature. The bones are developed but are soft and flexible. Skin is blank and covered with a thick white protective coating called blank. At the end of this month, the baby is 15 inches long and weighs 1.5 pounds. Month 18. The skin is no longer blank due to the fatty tissue under the skin surface. It may position itself head down in the uterus. At the end of the month, the baby is 18 inches long and weighs 5 pounds. Month 9. The baby gains half of a pound every blank and moves into final position, usually head down and stays there until birth. At the end of this trimester, the babies run 19 to 21 inches long and weigh 6 to 9 pounds.
Awesome. The students are now scanning their final QR code to learn about the 3rd trimester of pregnancy.
The hair on your baby's head is now getting thicker, and their nails grow stronger and longer. Some babies are actually born with long nails and need an immediate...
Alright, so why are the baby's head, like the bones in the head, not joined?
To make the process easier when you give birth.
Yeah. Here we are in the final stage of pregnancy and are filling in the missing information for our trimester books. Everything that's on your booklet or in your booklet is on these blue cards. So I'm going to pass it out to you, and whoever has, like, for the first one, begins as a zygote, changes into a blastocyst, then what? Embryo. Okay, so whoever has that card is going to go first. You're going to place it right here, and then just go in order of your book. Go down, down, up, down. Okay, kind of like the book goes. So, probably going to get multiple cards since it's a rather small class. So whoever has the first, go ahead and read it and put it on the board, and then follow right when they come back, start reading yours. Alright, so just put it all the way over there. Alright, so who has the next one? Go ahead and read it and put it on the board.
The heart is beating and pumps blood through arteries.
Next person.
At the end of the month, the embryo is half an inch long and weighs less than.
The students are putting their knowledge to the test by placing their card on the correct spot on the board.
At the end of the 3rd trimester, the baby is around 19 to 21 inches long and weighs 6 to 9 pounds.
Awesome, so y'all did a great job at filling in the board. I just have one last thing I want to share with y'all. So since y'all are experts now on the trimesters, this is a fetus at 3 months. Pass it around. So what are some things that a 3-month fetus can do?
Swallow.
Swallow? Okay.
Open. It's not.
Yeah. Anyone else? And then this is a fetus at 9 months at the beginning. The students are passing around the 3 and 9-month-old fetus model so they can visualize everything the fetus is capable of doing during those 2 months with the knowledge they just learned. Before I pass that around, I just want to say thank you for having me, and y'all did a great job. And do y'all have any questions over anything we did? You'll have a great understanding now of fetal development? Yes? All right. Well, thank y'all.
Thank you.